awesome.
I was here the whole time and entirely prepared.
So I was saying, Cracker Barrel, I hardly even know her. Oh, hey! Welcome to Good Morning Phyrexia in the Morning.
This is way better than rhubarb. No, I love that, yeah.
Oh, man. It's the I'm a joker, I'm a smoker, I'm a midnight toker, and hell, I hardly even know her.
I'm a midnight toker? Alright, if you insist.
Oh, it's the only time to smoke is at midnight, I guess.
Yeah. Hey, it's my 661st favorite Joseph and my 419th favorite Tweak.
Yeah. Hey,
What's up, guys?
Welcome to the show.
How are y'all? Hey, let's talk about how those Dalmatians were just following orders.
I don't know if Manchild knows that, but he's probably still in a deep depression after that Demon Slayer movie.
Well, this will shake you out of it. You know Cruella de Vil, also sometimes called Cruel Devil.
Cool.
They want to make her more sympathetic in the upcoming Cruella movie.
Her name is Cruel Devil.
Yeah.
We're gonna try to make her...
Oh, it gets better. So you know how Cruella came to be Cruella? Her origin story is Dalmatians drop-kicked her mom off a cliff.
It's pretty awesome.
And Joe knows this. I posted that video on the Discord. So that's just how that goes. And I guess it's later revealed that the dogs were obeying their master. So...
See, because without that piece of knowledge, I'm gonna guess that she had bacon strips in her pocket.
Yeah.
Like, for some reason. They're her dogs.
Yeah. That would explain why they didn't go for the throat. They drop-kicked her.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
They were just so happy to see her.
Yeah, people were making fun. They were like, I didn't think that... Like, I thought that music was added to avoid copyright. No. That's... Apparently the score wants you to be hyped for dog dropkicks.
Great.
So, yeah.
I can't wait for the Jafar movie when we find out why he's so sick and twisted.
Yeah. No, I want Cruella too, where it's like, the dogs are like, no, we were just obeying our master. We didn't want to kick her off the cliff. And they're like, the Nurembork Defense will not protect her, all right? Yeah. So, in the meantime...
God. I'm so sick and tired of making fucking super villains
Sympathetic.
sympathetic, yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, so it worked for Wicked. Kind of.
Yeah.
Is that about the Is that about the one that we dropped the house on, or is that about the other one that got wet?
I don't know.
Does it rain in Oz?
Must not. No, that's why she has the wide brimmed hat.
Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you have vampires in stories, and the sun exists.
Yep, true. True, that's true. Now they just sparkle.
Yeah.
In the new Wizard of Oz, water just makes her shine.
Wow, it's like you're not just wet, but like oiled up.
Yeah.
I'm so embarrassed. This is why I
glistening.
can't be subjected to water.
But, you know, she can bathe now, which is nice.
Yeah, which the all of her soldiery and all that are huge fans of.
Yeah, the green skin makes a lot of sense. Wait,
Yeah, she won't even have green skin.
can Glinda get wet?
That's an excellent question.
Interesting.
I think, okay, it was originally like a thinly veiled allegory for the current politics.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why, it's like, she didn't have ruby slippers, she had silver, and she was walking on the gold road, so it was like, bimetallism!
Okay.
And then when the witch melts, the Wizard of Oz goes, you liquidated her! Because she's like a railroad baron.
Okay.
So I don't know how the Good Witch works into that. Leave an answer in the comments if you know. Well, in the chat. If
Yeah,
you know.
right, seriously.
Yeah. So, it's slightly more relevant. Let's talk about what lies on the horizon. The modern horizon. This is 2.
Yeah. I don't know. A lot of cool stuff coming out, it seems.
Yeah.
I'm really into that Eternal Dragon just because Immortal Dragon was a lot of fun and that one seems more playable.
I just spelled Eternal Dragon. But, yeah, I do like I saw that article on Wizards of the Coast that was talking about, like, 25 years in the making, we're finally releasing, and she has an extremely long name.
Yeah.
Matt John says, yes. Yeah, I told Alex about it, and Alex goes, yeah, me and Matt John were talking about how we expect you love that card. And I do.
Yeah.
And my favorite part is that I'm just going to type in Asmore to the fuzzy search, and it will know what the hell I'm talking about, thank God, because I'm not typing all that. Yeah.
Sacrifice 2 foods. Target creature deals 6 damage to itself.
Hell yeah. And
Cool.
she's in the colors for Brash Hunter.
Yeah, she is.
Yeah, and like she comes with her cookbook, which
Cool.
does something. But yeah, the cool thing about her, one reason I like her, is I always love when it feels like Magic had a plan this whole time. So like I've talked before about how Teferi had a puzzle box back in Visions.
Mm-hmm.
Granite Gargoyle referenced her, and that's the latest version that Scryfall found, but this thing exists back in back in Alpha, and it referenced Asmore. So she has been famous in the lore since then.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Again, that's why I played Yawgmoth, because Yawgmoth has been in the storyline for 30 fucking years until they finally printed a card.
Yeah. Yeah, man.
And then, yeah, I mean, there's also, like, Teferi's Moat. Like, there were a lot of Teferi's cards. There was Teferi's something or other, and it's, like, at the beginning of each upkeep, permanents phase out.
Each upkeep? Okay.
Yeah, so, like, think, like, it just keeps phasing things in and out as the turns go by.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
Like
protection is like, it happens now once.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a good way to dodge stuff.
Yep, Teferi. Yeah, exactly. For Teferi's protection, like, everything phases out, and then you can't, like, your life total can't change, and you gain protection from everything.
Oh,
Whereas,
life
like,
total too. Cool.
Yeah. And then there's, like, it's Teferi something. It's a blue enchantment that, like, at the beginning of each upkeep, that player's permanents that are phased out phase back in, and the permanents that are phased in phase out. And that's always been, like, Teferi's MO, is to just keep the game fucking constantly changing.
Yeah.
Which is hilarious, considering his card is just like, shut everyone else down.
Yeah.
You know, like, he doesn't change up things. He just is fucking God.
Yeah. Well, that's why they had to get rid of him and all this shit that sticks around.
Yeah,
It's
right.
the opposite. Yeah.
And then they printed, like, planeswalkers that are nowhere near as strong as original Teferi.
Yeah.
And then there are literal gods printed that are not as strong as Teferi.
Yeah.
Like, hilarious.
Yeah, like Bontu the Glorified isn't even that good.
No, though that cycle was a little strange.
Yeah. And I did like, you showed me this card, Scourge Familiar. Discard a card, : As far as I know, that's rare. So Madness decks are going to love it.
Yeah, I think so too. And the fact that you can, like, discard a card, add the black, play Asmore from your commanders.
Yeah.
Like, there it is, right there. You discarded the card so that you can cast her, and it floats a black so you can cast her.
Yeah.
Pretty awesome.
Well, you don't need the black to cast her. She has no mana cost, as you'll see.
You have to pay a red or a black
yeah, that's right.
when you discard a card in order to cast her.
Yeah, okay.
But, like...
We couldn't fit a mana cost on her, so we made it an ability.
Yeah, does that get affected by time counters?
What, Osmore? Hang on, let me bring up Osmore. I don't know what she looks like. Asmore... As long as you've discarded a card this turn, you may pay whatever to cast this spell. Yeah, I mean, same as always, I assume. It's just that because she doesn't have a mana cost, you can't just play her. As opposed to if she had a 0. But if somehow she gets suspended, it's like anything else. And... Although... No. Because the lack of mana cost. Because, like, if you can just suspend anything, is that what you're talking about? And then it's like, alright, you remove the last time counter, cast it without paying its mana cost, you might still have to have discarded a card. I don't know. Look that up.
Yeah, I figure, like, you'll have to discard her, or discard a card in order to cast her every time. I just didn't realize, I didn't know if she's going to cost an additional 2 mana to cast her like that. It makes me think that you might have to, because most, like, there's only 2 other commanders in the entire game that you only have to pay a flat rate in order to cast.
Yeah, one is Liza, and you have to pay life.
Oh, that's not even what I was talking about. There's fucking the Bant one. She's a bird soldier that for a green, a white, and a blue, you can cast her, and whenever she enters the battlefield or attacks, you can tap target permanent. And then for 1, a green, a white, and a blue, you may put her onto the battlefield from the command zone.
Oh, cool.
Is an activated ability that she has on her card.
Yeah, that's cool.
And then there was Yuriko. Knight's Tiger or something like that. Bam, Commander Ninjutsu.
Oh, cool.
So all you have to do is attack with a guy. It goes unblocked. You can pay a blue and a black to put her into play from the command zone, tapped and attacking. So the Commander Ninjutsu will never cost more than a blue and a black to put her onto the battlefield.
Cool.
So,
and that's not casting her, that's ninjutsu, so you don't increase your commander tax.
Yeah, not that it matters, because,
yeah.
Again, you would rather just play the fucking...
Well, I'm thinking about Jessica Thrice Reborn, or is that only herself then? She cares about the commander.
Oh, yeah, she cares about the amount of times that you've cast a commander.
Yeah.
Luckily, they're not in the same colors.
Yeah, well, she has partner. Yeah, well, if anyone else ever has Commander Ninjutsu, for each time you've cast a commander from the command zone. Yeah, okay. So if anyone else has Commander Ninjutsu and partner...
Yeah. Unfortunately, there was only one card that it has Commander Ninjutsu.
Yeah. That, I hate that.
Freaking ridiculous, yeah.
Yeah. Magic does that in every set, and I hate that. It's like, here's the cool new mechanic for this set and never again.
And never again.
Yeah, because, like, Foretell is really cool.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways.
Foretell might be one of those things that we might see more of.
I hope so.
It's the, like Convoke and Hellbent.
Mm.
Like, I know you. You would build the shit out of a Hellbent deck if there were more than 9 Hellbent cards in all of Magic.
Yeah.
You know?
And they're not even all red-black. Like, it's across all 5 colors to do it. Yeah.
Yeah, and, like, none of them are worth playing.
Yeah. Yeah,
It's
exactly.
just fucking infuriating.
Yeah.
Like, if there was, like, a Phyrexian arena that had Hellbent, draw 2.
Yeah. Yeah, that's right.
Like, oh, you don't have any cards in your hand? Pay a life, draw 2 cards.
Yeah. Yeah, that would be cool.
Yeah, it's...
Or if it's just like, when you have Hellbent, like, Hellbent, you may pay 1 draw card. Well, pay some life draw card or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my god, yeah, just pay a life, draw a card, activate this ability only if you have no cards in hand.
Yeah.
So that means you would have to cast every single card that you draw for 1 life. That makes so much goddamn sense. Like, I don't
That feels really strong. Maybe 2 life. But yeah.
Yeah, I mean, at that rate, it would just be a greed or something.
Mm.
Like, it just feels like we could do such a better job at keeping Magic balanced than Magic is doing. Because, again,
Maybe.
I don't understand. A 5/5 for 7 mana that doubles your mana production is strong enough. They decided to go headlong into triple. Triple your mana production.
Well, only if you tap a permanent 4 mana.
Oh, right, okay.
Yeah.
So I guess, what the hell is the name of that card? The, why am I so bad at this today? 2 to cast, 3, tap, double the amount of mana in your mana pool. Yep. So
Yeah.
that will produce 3 times as much mana.
Yeah. I think the fact that they're like, here's the untap symbol. It's like, no.
Yeah, that was a little garbage. I think we're okay not seeing another untap
Yeah.
symbol ever.
Yeah, and they put it on Umbral Mantle. Like, Jesus.
Yeah, right, on an equipment.
Yeah.
Jesus.
That's ridiculous.
And then they just started printing guys that tap for 3.
Yeah.
I know. I've seen Marwyn.
Yeah, exactly.
I understand how she works. Yes, yes.
Yeah. Yeah, it's absurd. But yeah, I was complaining about call time because they, my complaint was, partly your complaint, like, they involve Boast, and it's only ever in that set, and there's only one guy in that set who's like, oh, Boast, you know what Boast is, I'm not going to put reminder text here. Yeah. But also, I recently found Kaya the Inexorable, or possibly Kaya. Her +1 is put a ghost form counter on target, is that creature? Non-token creature. Period, end of sentence. It gains this cool thing where it comes back into play and you get a spirit when it leaves play. And I was thinking, oh man, that would be really cool with the Otzolith.
Mm-hmm.
And others were thinking that, and apparently not the designers of Magic, because the counter is irrelevant. The counter doesn't grant the ability. It's just a reminder. Yeah.
It's just a ghost form counter.
Yeah.
That doesn't do anything.
Yeah, exactly.
That's miserable.
Yeah. So I've been saying, like, I play Thriving Bluffs, and it's like, choose a color. It can tap for, in the case of Bluffs, it can tap for a red or the chosen color. And you choose a color other than red.
Mm-hmm.
And there's one for all 5, I think.
Yep.
But it's not like, put a blue choice counter on it. It's just choose a color. Write it down if you have to, you know?
Yeah, right. It's a lot easier in 2-color decks.
Yeah.
Because you're just like, oh, this is red, then all I need is blue.
Yeah.
But you run, what, 3 of them in...
Yeah, it's in
Obeka.
Obeka. Yeah, and she's 3. That's why I print out tokens. But
that makes sense.
Yeah. But if it was like, it comes into play with a token that says, or your choice of a token, or something. I don't know. I don't know how you phrase it. I don't know. All I want is that Kea token to be movable on the Otolith.
Yeah, that would be freaking awesome.
Yeah. Or...
Does... What's his name work like that? Athreos? The 6-mana one? Athreos Shroud Veil, I think.
Athreos I think does work. Athreos the Shroud? No. What if I said... Oh, it's just Athreos Shroud Veil, maybe? There it is. Yeah, it's like put a coin counter on it, and then because his ability is whenever a creature with a coin counter. So he does.
Cool.
Yeah, that's cool.
Well, just building black-white Athreos Shroud Veil, I guess.
Yeah.
Keep your guys around forever.
Yeah, that would be cool. Yeah.
What's better than a Grave Titan? A Grave Titan that comes back at the end of turn when it dies.
Yeah. What's better than a Grave Titan? I'll put an Athreos coin counter on it, sack him to something, he comes back. Do my Kaya, give him a Ghost Form token for funsies, and also sack him, get him back, and a Spirit, why not?
Sure. Makes sense to me.
Yeah, because I do kind of want to build a Teysa Orzhov deck, sort of, but...
The when it dies thing?
There's a couple of Teysas, but, like, she's black-white, she cares about spirits, and, like, one of them can change colors. I don't think she's the one I want to build. I forget.
No, she really wants blue in her.
Yeah.
That Teysa, because it says whenever a black creature you control dies, you get a 1/1 white creature, or something like that.
I think so, yeah.
And then you can sack 3 white creatures to exile something. So you play the card Trait Doctoring, which lets you change one instance of a color to another one. So it'll say whenever a white creature dies, you get a 1/1 white spirit or creature token, and then you just sack all your white guys and exile all of your opponent's permanents.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah, there's Teysa Karlov, I think is a pro... well, here, let's just search it.
She's the 4-mana one that lets you creatures dying double triggers.
Yeah. Like a Panharmonicon, but on death.
Yeah.
And also, creature tokens you control have Vigilance and Lifelink.
Mm-hmm.
Teysa, Envoy of Ghosts, 7 mana. Vigilance, protection from creatures. When a creature deals combat damage to you, destroy it, create a 1/1 white and black spirit with flying.
That seems strong.
And then Teysa Orzhov Scion, 3 mana. Sack 3 whites, exile target creature. 3 white creatures, exile target creature.
It's that Teysa that made it into one of my Puzzle Quest decks.
Yeah.
Because I run her with... There's Imara, who gets you 3/1/1 soldiers with lifelink.
Yeah.
And then Zerta, who will proc activation gems.
Yeah. But yeah, Teysa Orzhov Scion with Trait Doctoring, but Trait Doctoring is blue, and Teysa Orzhov Scion, if she were your commander,
is black-white.
Is white,
you can't run the blue. Yeah.
But isn't there something that's like all creatures are white and or all creatures are black or something? No, Bad Moon maybe? Hang on.
Bad Moon is black creatures get +1/+1. There is...
Do a more advanced search maybe.
I don't know if it's white. But yeah, it enters play. You choose a color, and all creatures of the chosen color. But again, I think that's blue. I think blue is the one that fucks with that more than anything else.
Yeah, exactly. Which sucks for Teysa, and one reason I've never built her.
The Teysa Karlov I had a deck for, which eventually came apart just because I was sick and tired of waiting for creatures to die. But it was awesome because you get 2 counters on your black market whenever a creature dies. There's a bunch of guys that say when a creature you control dies, you draw a card, so you would draw 2 cards. It just always seemed like she would be better in the 3-mana Athreos, because whenever a guy dies, your opponent has to pay 3 life or you get it back to your hand.
Yeah.
And then they have to pay 3 life or you get it back to your hand. So they're paying 6 per guy to keep in the graveyard.
Yeah.
Which is awesome.
You can doubly have him back in your hand.
Mm-hmm. And the Commander Ninjutsu chick is just super awesome with the Nether Trader. The 1/1 Shadow with haste.
Yeah.
Yeah, you blocking it? No, because nobody plays anything with Shadow except for me. Okay, great. Ninjutsu.
Yeah. Yeah, that's pretty strong. I do kind of want to build a deck at some point that's I think the name of the archetype is Aristocrats.
Mm-hmm.
So when my stuff dies, something happens to you.
Yeah.
I think Blood Artist. If I could just have Blood Artist and 1,000,000 tokens.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Blood Artist was also was in Teysa just because you get a second proc.
Yeah.
It was just I don't know, annoying to hope that your creatures die. It's just a weird way to play the game.
That's exactly
She's
what
like,
I
for
want.
the love of God, please kill him. And you're
Yeah.
just like, Rafik is going to be a 12-12 unblockable swinging in.
I mean, yeah, you say that, but also you play Solemn Simulacrum.
Yeah, that's true. And the amount of times people don't attack because I've got a 2/2 Solemn and I'm going to draw a card.
Yeah. Yeah, he's a strong blocker. Yeah.
Yes, he is. He'll block the hell out of stuff and then get you a card.
Yeah. And on his way in, he brought you a land. He's great. He's amazing.
He's amazing, dude. I love how Tawnos is like, I'm going to get another land.
Yeah.
I'm going to get another card when he dies.
Yeah. Yeah, so I threw up Kaya the Inexorable doesn't work with the Otolith. Still mad about that. Okay, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. I'm not as mad about the lack of the Planeswalker Legendary rule.
Yeah.
Yeah, so speaking of the Legendary rule, I gotta do Magic 102 with Joe at some point in life. And I think that would be a cool thing to do. All we gotta cover, I think, for to get you from, or to get Joe from Magic 101 that we did to can play Magic, I think would be like X, Planeswalkers, Legendary, and I think that's all that's missing.
Yeah, you guys did a pretty good job.
The stack. We sort of covered it, so I think
yeah, I tuned in to see a little bit of it.
Yeah.
You guys did a really good job.
Thank you.
Appreciate you doing that.
Sure, thank you. Appreciate borrowing the deck, yeah.
Oh yeah, no worries.
James goes, I gotta see that. I missed it. Somehow Joe managed to win 2 games against you. Yeah, but also I was playing a haste sack at the end of turn, and I gave Joe first strike.
Yeah, gave him a card specifically to beat me.
Pretty much.
No, not the Seal of Ori Calcos.
No, that's a win more card.
Yeah, it is.
We don't run that. But yeah, it's like the big one in the Kithkin deck would be like, I mean, A, Dolem Gate, prevent all combat damage to creatures you control, and then B,
it's attacking creatures you control, right?
it might be attacking.
I think so.
Well, I'll check. But then also there's something in there that's like what you call it? Thoughtweft Trio, I think is like 5/5, first strike, can block any number of creatures.
Oh yeah, that'll straight up just
Yeah.
beat things.
Oh,
For
that's
sure.
Solemn Gate.
And there's no way you're going to be attacking with more than 5 guys at a time.
Yeah. You think Dolem Gate has an N in it? I forget. Apparently not. One more try. I don't know. See, what I have right now is just type in a name, and then it will search. It'll do a fuzzy search. It's pretty good. So I just type in Yuriko, and it knows what I'm talking about. Alright, I don't know how to spell Dolem. But what I need is, search in familiar or something, share to something. That'd be way better. But anyway, we don't even know. What decks do we want to play? I don't know who you brought.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I brought everyone that's not Intat or Zerta.
Makes sense.
Yeah, I don't even know who I feel like playing. Niv Mizzet can always use exposure. He's got the whole breacher in him, and I'm can't wait to see how infuriating that is. But yeah, I mean, I'm also down to always play a Shia. Always down to play, I've got Coma, I've got Brawlin. Brawlin could use some more play.
Yeah, I was looking at the big ass graph there, and Kalia has never played 8.5 tails.
Cool.
And it sounds like most of my stuff is white, so that seems like a real advantage for you. But also, most of my stuff has flying, so
Yeah,
I might be interested to see how that
I
goes.
don't have too much flying. I would play that for sure.
Yeah.
Cool.
Anyways, let's
Sounds
figure it
like
out.
8.5 tails versus Kalia.
Yeah, let's start with that. Hell yeah.